Yo, yo, traders. Welcome to the live stream. How the devil are you? Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good start to the trading week. Hope you had a nice weekend because I haven't seen you since then. This is the first live stream of the week. So yeah, hope you had a nice weekend. What did I do? Christ, honestly, my memory's getting worse. I should probably seek some medical help, I think. What did I do? Just had a bit of a chilled one, really. Yeah, went to the park. Nothing that interesting. Not that you really care. Let's focus on trading. So, guys, yeah, welcome to the live stream. We are going to start by looking at one trade that I am currently in, and it is pound Swiss franc. So we'll take a look at this trade and where we are with this. We're also going to take as many of your questions as humanly possible. Right, so ask as many questions as you like, guys, about trading. I don't buy it, so ask as much as you like. All right. What else are we going to do? We're going to take a quick look at the economic calendar because we've got some news coming out later. Nothing any right now, but later on, guys, we have got some important US dollar data coming out later. All right. So if you're in any US dollar trade, must be aware of that later on. And generally speaking, if you're in any trade ever from now on, you have to be careful if Trump opens his mouth, right? I'm sure one of you, if not all of you, have been on the wrong side of a trade where Trump has said something. I have. So yeah, we have to be constantly vigilant about that as well, guys. All right. So yeah, let's first of all, let's bring up the live chat while I'm here. Let's see who is in the house. So Niraj, how are you? Manish, how are you? Hope you're well, guys. Manish, you are part of the VIP Discord. I hope you are enjoying it. So let's start with pound Swiss franc, guys, right? This is a trade that I took today. It's the only trade that I am in today, right? And if we start with the day chart, right? I mean, let's actually start with the weekly chart, right? We are in a range between, we're in an uptrend stroke range. Okay, we're ranging between here and here. Okay, this is the weekly chart, and we have a super duper bullish candle. So everything's telling us we can at least make it to the top of this range, right? So weekly, we like. Right? We like this chart for buys. Daily, we equally like this chart for buys, right? You can see price come down, you know, sort of just a bit sideways, and then bang, we've broken up to the upside. Above the moving average 20, and the last two daily candles are super bullish. That is super bullish. That wick is super bullish. Yeah, love a bullish wick. Child, really. So there you go, guys, right? We like this. And we're at a really nice support level here, okay, with a view to taking price potentially back up to here. I will take some profit at this 1.13 thousand level. All right, so everything's pointing to the fact that, you know, it's looking good for a trade. H4 for a buy trade. H4 is also, I would say we're kind of here at the moment, but it's in an uptrend, right? We're above the moving average 20. And then the final piece, and the reason I entered, was the H1, right? So H1, you can clearly see, I'm going to include that. Actually, I'm not even going to, let's do it this way. So on the H1, we're in an uptrend. Right, and then price has just gone sideways a little bit. And then we got this bullish candle at the London Open. Right, this is when all the money floods into the market. London opens, right, and they're like, right, let's start trading. We had this nice big bullish candle. We're in a H1 uptrend. We're above the moving average 20, right? There were lots of things to like. And I have literally entered on that candle. My stop is below this gray zone and this psychological level, and I'm looking to take price back up to this 1.13 thousand level first of all. I will take some profit at that level, and then I'll let some profit run. All right, so we shall see, guys. I mean, I'm in the trade, right? Obviously, I don't want to see a big bearish candle like this, right? This is not what we want to see, okay? But we are in this trade. So we want to see a nice bullish H1 candle push off of this level. That's what I'm looking for next. And that's the only trade I'm in, guys, all right? Pound Swiss franc. I also like the NASDAQ. Right, the NASDAQ is looking good, but I was waiting for a H4 break, right? So on the NASDAQ, so daily, as I described earlier in my analysis feed, is telling us we can buy this chart, right? And then H4, we've got this level, right? Because this is basically the last reference point, right? There is no other reference point but this level here. Okay, now I wanted to see a break of this level. Okay, if we drop down to the H1, you can see we just haven't quite broken this level yet, right? But if we end up getting something like this and we get a nice push through, I think the NASDAQ is a nice looking buy as well. All right, so we shall see. And yet, you know, you can't help but be bullish indices, right? Normally you're bullish indices anyway, right? Like stock traders normally buy stocks because you have to bear in mind that the goal of any company, right, pretty much is to increase their stock price, right? If you ask the board of any company, they'll be on to their CEO going, increase the stock price, let us make more money, right? So it seems, it doesn't make sense to me to go against that, right? Companies are geared to perform well and increase stock price. And then obviously that's why we constantly see the indices over many years go up, right? So that is one thing to consider, right? That's quite a very generalization overlook of indices. But also you've got Trump in power, right? He is, you know, Mr. Business. He should wear a cape and a big B on his chest, right? You know, he is pro-business, right? So you can't help but think, again, he's going to want to see a strong NASDAQ, right? So yeah, there you go, guys. I think NASDAQ longs could also be a good trade. Yeah, let's take a look at a few of your questions now, guys. So like I say, guys, I'm with you for the next 40 minutes or so. So please pick my brain, ask as many questions as you like about trading. And it can be anything to do with trading, right? Absolutely anything. Don't be shy. Right, Luigi, hi Tom, and in the live stream, hi Luigi, how are you? Mohammed, hello Tom, hello Mohammed. Niraj, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay, Niraj, let's take a look at that. James, hi. I like the support below. I'm assuming, James, yeah, you're saying that about pound Swiss franc. Yeah, this support below is nice, right? You've got this nice level running through here on pound Swiss franc. We like this level too, right? But I just want to see buyers on the H1 start coming back into the market. Remember, my stop loss is down here, right? Target up here. Right, Niraj, let's take a look at Swiss franc, Japanese yen for Yao. For you, let me have a quick drink of coffee. I've got new coffee, guys, because the last coffee I had, I swear it was spiked with something. It was just, you know, made you sweat and want to dance. This is more mild. So Swiss franc yen, right? Sell it is what I'm seeing. All right. Let's do a top-down approach, guys, right? So the weekly chart with Swiss franc yen isn't super clear, right? Because we are seeing this, right? So we're getting, at this point, we're getting higher highs, right? Down here, and then we're getting higher lows. So we're in an uptrend, but then the market has done this, right? And we've had a big sell-off. Now we're getting lower highs, right? So Swiss franc yen is a little tricky in terms of trend and structure, right? On the weekly chart at least. Okay, but I still think we have a bit of room back down to these last lows. Yeah, because you can see this trend line here. Yeah, I think price wants to make its way back down to here. Why do I say that? Well, these are all very bearish. This wick is a rejection. And if we look at the day chart, right, bearish, very bearish. Okay, we are in a downtrend, right? You do not have to be Warren Buffett to see that. Yeah, you're getting lower highs, lower lows. That is clearly a downtrend. And we're below the moving average 20, literally bouncing off it. So I really like this for sells back down to these lows. So Niraj, I hope you were looking to sell it. If you were looking to buy it, I would have to disagree. I'm looking for sells. All right, and then just look at these candles. Bearish, indecision, that is, bearish, and this candle hasn't finished forming, but looking pretty bearish, right? So weekly and daily are telling me I can sell Swiss franc yen. Okay, now let's drop down to the H4 and try and find an entry. And we've had that entry. Okay, this is it, right? H4 price action, a little bit scruffy, right? This is where we're at. But we've now had, look at the moving average 20 coming round, right? We are in a downtrend. Yeah, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, we're below the moving average 20, and we've now had this candle here. Okay, so this would be an entry. Because I want to make this, level right here my first TP. Okay, why do I want to make that my first TP? Because there's a very high probability that it will reach that level. There is less probability that price will come down and hit my second TP level. Okay, now bearing that in mind, okay, this is important, guys, right? Bearing the fact that I want this as my first TP, right? And I need to put my stop up here, right? My stop loss or hedge, whatever you use. Then, you know, at what point does this trade make sense? So if I just go from the stop loss down to the take profit, okay, that is 108 ticks. And this right here is the halfway mark. So at this point, this yellow line here, this is where I would be interested in selling, because that's when I get, at the very least, 1:1, right? If I started selling here, my risk to reward is skewed. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for, guys. I look for a little retrace into here. Now, if we go to the H1, very possible, right? We've got this level in here. So maybe price wants to come back into here. We get a nice bearish reaction, and then we can start selling Swiss franc yen as well. All right, but yeah, Swiss franc yen, there's lots of Swiss franc weakness. Well, at the start of the day, lots of Swiss franc weakness, and that's what we've been trading today, right? Swiss franc weakness. I'm long pound Swiss franc weakness. I would sell Swiss franc yen, which is Swiss franc weakness. All right, so that's been the catalyst for quite a few of our trade ideas for today, guys. All right. Right, I hope that helps, Niraj. And guys, if you enjoy my analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Merci beaucoup. Also, guys, don't forget to join our free trading community, right? We have a free Discord channel. You can come, speak to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas. Come join our free Discord channel. And finally, guys, today's live stream is brought to you, if you look above my head, by Pepperstone. So they are a world-class leading broker compatible with TradingView. And if you sign up with them using our affiliate link, we will give you a free premium TradingView subscription, right? And if that's not enough, we will give you free access to our trading academy. This is where I put all of my trades, strategies, tutorials, etc. So check it out, guys. Come get involved. If you want to switch brokers, do it today. Come join Pepperstone. Right, what else we're looking at? Aya, afternoon, Aya. How are you? Okay, James, I know you don't really do commodities, but I'm currently in an oil trade. Thoughts? James, I always take a look at oil, gold, and silver, right? They're the commodities I look at because there are correlations between currency pairs that I trade. So I keep an eye on oil because it's highly correlated with Canadian dollar, right? This is one of the correlations you should be fully aware of. Right, so just to reiterate that point, guys, if oil is strong like bull, then Canadian dollar is strong, right? And this is obviously these correlations can break, but over time, right, that correlation will stick. Okay, now oil and Canadian dollar, right? They move in the same direction. That means they are positively correlated, highly positively correlated. Just get a few more words in there. So what we're going to do and Edwin wants to look at gold and some coffee. We have got the commodities gang in today. We can do it. I don't mind. How I trade, guys, is very technical. Okay, so we can apply my technical analysis to any market pretty much, apart from Bitcoin, where it just goes. Let me have another drink of coffee. So let's do a top-down approach, guys, right? Let's start with the weekly. Now, I am not a fundamental trader, right? I just want to, before we look at oil, right? I'm not, because you can get caught up in fundamentals so much and never place a trade, right? But it's worth pointing out that Trump wants to drill. I think those are his exact words, right? And he wants to decrease oil prices. He pretty much come out and said that at Davos, right? He said, I'm going to have a chat with the Saudi prince and we're going to lower oil prices because the energy costs are crazy, right? But that's a fundamental trade, okay? Now, from a technical trade, it's at a beautiful level, right? Literally beautiful, like more beautiful than Gal Gadot. And she is beautiful. If only she knew I existed. So if we look at the weekly chart, right, this is pretty much where we're at. We just got a load of crappy nothing here and then bang, right? So on the weekly chart, we're in an uptrend, right? We got higher highs. Okay, we haven't got higher lows yet, but if we were to get higher lows, this could be a pretty good area, right? Not only do we have the moving average 20 creeping round, but we know that this level through here has proven time and time again to be a very good support and resistance level. And in this case, it will be a good support level. I think that is a wonderful buying level. Okay, buys back up to here. Okay, so from a weekly point of view, we're at a really nice level. Although, look at that sell-off. And that is a fundamental and technical sell-off, right? So if we drop down to the day chart now, it's a really nice level, but nothing is telling me to buy it, right? Just being at a nice level, which, I can keep showing you this level, which I will, right? This level we know is a beautiful, wonderful level. But being at this level is not enough, right? We need more than that. We need buyers to take control of the market. Now, I want to buy this level, okay, but I do not want to buy that candle. Yeah, I would not buy that candle in a million years, Never would I, right? So what I need to see is a nice, let's say we end up with a nice big bullish green candle that looks like this. This tells me, right, there's so much information in candlesticks, guys. Read candlesticks. Every time I do my mentorship sessions where I teach other traders, right, the one thing they miss above everything else is what the candle tells them. They're like, Tom, it's in an uptrend. We're at a beautiful support level, right? The moving average 20 is coming round. We've got nice room to move into. I'm like, okay, brilliant, 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 brilliant. But they never mention the candle, right? It's so important that you read candles. So I need a candle to tell me buyers are taking control of this market, okay? And if they do, then great. I think this could be a very nice level to buy from, right? But not interested in buying now. You might have a few days at this level, right? You might have a big bearish red candle. You might have a little green candle like this. You might have another little doji candle. You might have a nothing candle, right? And then bang, big green candle. Let's get involved. So you might have to wait days for a reaction, but wait, right? Trading is about waiting for the right opportunity. And I always say this to everyone I mentor as well is, you want to be in at the right price, not the early price. Okay, if there's one thing you take away, that is so important. Be in at the right price, not the early price. Now, the early price would be you see this level here and you start buying, right? But, price could come down, whip out your stop loss, then you end up with a wick like this, and then we want to start buying. All right? So really like the level of oil, don't like the candlesticks. Let's have a look at the H4. Sorry, guys, got to keep drinking coffee. My daughter kept me up last night, Christ. Have children, they said. Don't do it. I'm only joking. So yeah, even with H4, right, just absolute downtrend. Even got an area through here. Look at this, right? Look at this support area. So this is what I imagine will happen, right? And I'm not in the business of making predictions, right? I know people think that's what trading's about. It's not, right? Trading is the business of following the facts and the clues, right? Having said all that, this is what I reckon will happen. You'll get H4 structure and it will obey this H4 structure. It will bounce off here. It will come back down. It will start becoming an important level. Moving average 20 comes round. And then when you get that final big H4 structure break, it will also be a very bullish daily candle as well. All right, they will happen simultaneously. Bullish candle, H4 structure break, start buying oil. All right, so there you go, James. Hope that helps. That's what I'll be waiting for. Okay, Edwin wants to look at gold. Do you really want to look at coffee as well, Edwin? I don't mind. We can look at that. Dream lifestyle, that is so true. Dream, what are you referring to? What is so true? We would like to know. Okay, so let's have a look at gold for Edwin. Right, weekly chart. Let's do it again. Now, it would be a miss of me not to put something at that level, right? This is an old target, guys, right? Gold for the last few weeks was just giving you profits, right? Super bullish. But, right, there's always a but. There's not always a but, actually. Like when, if I look at a chart and there's a but, I move away from that chart. I don't want to trade it. But if I look at a chart and there's no buts, right, then I'm all for the trade. Okay. Now here there is a big but. We're talking, J-Lo booty big but, right? And this is the following, right? We're in a weekly uptrend, clearly, right? We've broken this level here, right? Because it was a little bit of a range really between here and here, okay? But we've broke that with this candle, okay? And normally, if I get a break of, you know, like a range and we get a nice bullish candle, I'm all over buying that. I love that. I love that setup. We get a bit of a range, a bit of, you know, sideways movement, then we get a break, off to the races, right? But this one, no, because we're immediately at a weekly resistance level. I don't want to buy into that, right? That's what mad people do, okay? But look how bullish that is. But I still can't take that trade. So if I see that, it's just, I don't even need to look at another chart, really. I just know this won't be a trade for me. All right. So having said that, let's have a look at the daily. And you can see since we've, you know, hit that weekly level, right? Look at the reaction. Big sell-off. And again, the correlation, and correlation is not fundamental trading. Correlation is technical trading. And the correlation you need to be aware of here is gold and the indices, right? So again, you know, gold is a safe haven, okay? So when the shit hits the fan in terms of economic performance, right? When the indices are doing this could be the NASDAQ or the S&P or whatever, right? But when the NASDAQ and the indices are doing this, the economy's, you know, the shit has hit the fan, gold is doing this, right? But today, the NASDAQ was doing this, and therefore gold is doing this, right? They are inversely correlated, okay? And this is what you're seeing here. We've got to a level, but you're seeing a big sell-off here, right? Now, this is the tricky thing, right? So what you're going to find yourself with gold is you're between a rock and a hard place, right? Because now, if this wasn't a weekly level, right, and I saw price come down to this level, right, which is a beautiful support level, I would buy it. And I still might buy that level, right, depending on what kind of candle we get, okay? But right now, we got a bearish candle. Now, do I want to sell into there? The answer is no, right? We're in an uptrend, and that would be a good support level, right? So I don't want to sell it. Do I want to buy this market? Well, I know we're at a weekly resistance level, but not only that, look at how bearish that candle is. So I don't want to buy into that candle either. So just for today, gold is not a trade setup, right? Remember, I'm an intraday trader, guys. I look at these charts every single day to understand what I can and can't trade. And I'm sorry, I'm just seeing my own picture there and the flickering on the screen. Okay, this should come with a warning. Yeah, if you've got flickering screen problems. Anyway, so yes, stay away. But, you know, let's say price came down today, right, on the back of that US dollar news later, and we ended up getting a bullish wick like that, right? So price was coming up, and then we ended up getting a nice bullish candle. Then tomorrow, gold is potentially a trade idea. And I would look to take some profit back up to here potentially, right? So when I say no trade, it only means, well, for me, it's not a trade. I just mean for today. But tomorrow, with a new candle, could change the dynamic of the market completely. And then I have a trade, right? I hope that makes sense. Edwin, so there you go. There's gold. You know, let's see if it's breaking down on the H4. Yeah, it's kind of breaking down a bit, right? I'd say that's breaking down. You know, maybe we have a little bit more room down into this level. You know, so I wouldn't trade gold. But if you said, Tom, you have to trade it, otherwise we will pull your toenails out, then I would say, fair enough, don't do that. I would sell it. Based on that daily candle, based on the H4, a retrace into here, I would look to sell back down to this area of support. All right. So there you go, Edwin. I hope that helps with gold. Yes, dream lifestyle. I agree. Yeah, waiting on the right price, not the early price. Amen to that, brother or sister. Mohammed, hi Tom. Can you please teach me how to mark major structure in higher time frames? I'm a beginner and I'm having a problem with it, please. So, Mohammed, this would take some time, Mohammed. The best thing for you to do, right, is come join our free Discord channel, right, and speak to some traders, right. If you want my help, I will give it to you daily as part of the VIP Discord channel, okay. But also, we have some tutorial vids on YouTube. They're free vids on YouTube, so maybe check out some of them as well, Mohammed, because it's a big topic that you're talking about. But generally speaking, let's just look on the weekly of gold, right? Actually, it's a scruffy one. Let's have a look on the weekly of US dollar Swiss franc. All you're looking for is structure, right? And to understand structure, you need to understand the points of the market, right? So let's start here. Right, these are all the major points, and I'm gonna line these up in a minute, like painting by numbers. Right, so you need to identify the swing points of the market. These are the higher highs or higher lows, right? And then if you join them up, you can understand trend. Okay, so this phase of the market, downtrend, right? We get some consolidation down here, then bang, right? Breaking this high in here, uptrend, right? So identify the big swing points in the market, join them together, and you will work out trend. Okay, this is a downtrend, rarely looks that clean. This is an uptrend. Right. So yeah, but Mohammed, if you want more detail, like I say, come join our Discord channel, join the VIP Discord, and check out a few of our vids from yesteryear. I say yesteryear now. We've been going about 3 years, isn't it? I'll have to ask the editor. I forget. But I think about 3 years now. There you go. Doesn't time fly? Right, Marcus. Hi, Tom. Your thoughts on pound Canadian dollar? What technical concepts would you use to consider re-entries if you use the stop loss? So I don't use a stop loss. You're probably all like, aghast with this idea, but I do protect my trades, right? So let's look at pound Canadian dollar, right? So we'll analyze. Let's analyze pound Canadian dollar, then look at an entry. Now, I don't like the weekly chart, right? So we was in this uptrend, bang, downtrend. Even when we come up to here, we're still in a downtrend. These highs haven't broken and we're getting lower lows. Now, this low hasn't broken. So it's suggesting a range, right? But we are at the weekly moving average 20. And this acts as potentially good resistance. So that makes me a little reluctant to keep pushing this trade up to here. Right? And like I said before, you really need to understand the correlation of Canadian dollar with oil. Right? So that is very bullish, but I'm reluctant to keep buying into this level. Right? Now, let's look at the day chart. And, everything's pointing towards a buy, right? Yeah, although that's not overly clear, guys, right? So everyone, I'm going to ask everyone a question right now, okay? Now, pound Canadian dollar, right, on the daily chart right now, what we're looking at, would you say the daily trend is a downtrend, an uptrend, or a ranging market? Because those are the only three stages a market will be in. So everyone get involved, guys. Leave your comment in the live chat right now. Pound Canadian dollar, daily chart. Is it in an uptrend, a downtrend, or is it in a range? Everyone get involved. I'm going to keep drinking my coffee and slightly perspiring as a result. Stratton, it's gone for a range. Guys, get involved. Don't be, there's no thing as a wrong answer. There's not, guys, right? Some of you are learning to trade. Some of you are more experienced, but, share what you think. Right. Manish is saying uptrend. Dream Lifestyle, uptrend. Luigi, I think it's downtrend. Sammy, uptrend. Okay, so straight away we've got a bit of a mixed bag here. Any more, guys? Get involved. Don't be shy. Nojaroj. I apologize for that pronunciation. Uptrend. Okay, so we've got a good, so most people are saying uptrend, Marcus uptrend. Now, as I explained to Mohammed a little while ago, right, you need to highlight the swing points. Right, let's just start here, right? So at this point, clearly a downtrend, right? Now, the real burning question is do you consider this a swing point? Right? And this is what makes it a little bit subjective. So if you think that is a swing point and the market has done this, then it's in an uptrend, right? Because then all of a sudden we're getting, higher highs, right? Now, let me delete some of this. Now, if you don't think this is a swing point, which is arguably not, right? It really isn't, right? But what my point is it's open to interpretation, and I don't want that when I trade. I want very clear structure. You could argue this, right? And we're still at these last highs. So therefore, it's still in a downtrend. So we've got lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and this high hasn't broken. So it's tricky, is the point. It's difficult to read, right? Now, from a candle point of view, it's not that difficult, right? It's just bullish, 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 bullish. Buyers are in control. But we are at a very important resistance level. Okay. Now, because of this humongous push up, right, and the weekly candle, if we go back to the weekly candle, look at that, right? Then, buys make more sense, although I still would stay away from this market, right? But I would buy from here, right? You can see price has reacted many times here. I would wait for price to come back into this level. Perhaps the moving average 20 comes round. We get a bullish reaction, and then I would just take it back to this level, right? I'm not interested in buying into this level right now. I'm not. And I'm not interested selling it because who would sell all of these bullish candles? No one. Please don't do that. All right. So pound Canadian dollar, little subjective in terms of structure, and definitely not a trade for me today. All right. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys. Right. And H4 will just be flying. Right. So yeah, I would stay away from pound Canadian dollar, guys. All right. If anything, like I say, I would buy it. Right. Retrace into here. And then I would look to buy pound Canadian dollar. What else we're looking at? Okay, and then we were going to talk about stop losses, right? So let's just say we would sell this market, right? Price, this is H1, it was in an uptrend, and now price is breaking down. Again, lower lows, lower highs, we're in a downtrend, right? Now, let's just say we started selling here and our TP is down here, right? And our stop loss is up here, right? Now, that's a typical trade, right? You give your stop loss plenty of room. You've got a nice risk to reward, right? The entry makes sense on the H1. Obviously, I said I wouldn't trade pound Canadian dollar, but this is just for, educational purposes. Now, what I would do is if, price comes up and hits your stop loss, right? With a normal stop loss, you're taken out of the trade, right? And let's say each trade to you is worth 1%. So you would be minus 1%. Now, I don't use a stop loss. I use a buy order. So if price comes up, then I will be in a sell and a buy of the same value. And I will be holding a loss of that amount. So I will be holding a 35 pip loss, 36 pip loss. And then what I will do is once I get another setup, I will exit my buy trade or my sell trade, right? And carry on with the trade as normal. Now, we've literally got 2 minutes, right? So hedging is a very in-depth, advanced technique, which I use every day in the markets, right? So again, guys, if you want to learn how to hedge, we have got so much premium education on our website. So please go to www.simply-forex.com and check out the right education for you. We've got bits for everyone. Okay, so check it out, guys. And that's hedging. That's how I roll. Okay, but I protect my trade. That is number one rule in trading. You protect your trade. You protect your capital. Yeah, never don't use a stop loss or some kind of protection. Right, but this acts exactly as a stop loss. And even if I ended up not liking this trade, I can just close it down anyway. Right, you'll get one more piece of commission, but I can close it down. All right, guys. So yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Please check out our promotion we have with Pepperstone. If you sign up with world-class broker Pepperstone, we are going to give you a free premium TradingView subscription, and we're going to give you free access to our VIP Trading Academy. All right, guys, we've run out of time. Thank you very much for your questions. Thanks for coming to see us on the live stream. Same time again tomorrow, 7 a.m. New York EST time. I'll see you then, guys.